Wagwan guys, we are back with another one. This is the HoodBoyz Podcast. This is Mboemo Kamakawa representing United. So I'm back with my guest hapa alikuwa on the previous episode. I'll introduce, then we take it away.
Bishop Sam hapa hivi Mkenya halisi and representing the big team Chelsea.
Yeah. Now as you can see, amepiga jersey at the mighty Harambee Stars. Going into today's episode, tunaongelea the ongoing CHAN tournament. Sisi kama Harambee Stars tulikuwa eliminated on Friday against the Madagascar. So Sam, what's your take on that particular game?
Yeah, first congratulations to our national team for the performance that walifanya kwa this tournament. Nobody expected them to reach this level and the way they were playing. Yeah. Alafu it was a sad loss as Kenyans because we were the better team. We were playing better than them, and towards the end, things just happen. Sometimes the best team loses. And Benny McCarthy did well. He did a rotation of the squad. From the first game, this guy has never repeated the same squad like over and over again. He was doing a good rotation. All the players were getting time, and he really helped us kwa kuunda that talent. Hawa wako mtaani amesaidia sana kuunda talent, wamekuwa exposed to the world out there, and we are really happy about that. And back to the loss, yeah, a lot happened, and there were cases where kama mimi personally nilikuwa nasema that wasn't a foul. Some people said it was a foul, but FIFA exists na FIFA ndio inaunda the rules, na FIFA inaweka all the powers kwa mikono ya the referees. So whatever they decided and whatever happened, that's where we stand, and we accept it that way.
Okay, so let's talk about the overall performance of the Stars. Tulianza poa. Going into the second half, we took the lead through Alphonso Mija. Alifunga very powerful head hapo. Mushiri with the delivery. Then a few minutes later, Ogama akafunga ya pili. But it was disallowed. So I don't know about you, Sam, but me I feel like hapo tulibiwa kidogo. So what's your take on that?
Kwa vile imepita, wacha tuseme tulibiwa, hiyo ndio ilikuwa result. Sasa walichukua na ikaenda hivyo. And Kenya, we are out. We just have to accept it. Points zilienda. We are no longer in the semis. Wenye wako waendelee. So
we live to fight another day. Kudos to Madagascar. As things stand, wanapatana na Sudan, yeah. Sudan walifanya very good job jana, wakapiga Algeria on penalties. We know this quarterfinals games zimekuwa tight, and kama say shootout, just another 1-0 win.
Yeah, zimekuwa tight, and if actually Kenya we went through, and the way I've seen Sudan playing their game, I really think tungepiga Sudan vibaya. The only team I think tungepata challenge if we met Morocco again in the finals, that would be a tough game. But Senegal again wamekuwa shaky. So I was really scared about Morocco again, but so far, yeah, I see. Who do you think goes to the finals from that?
I think Morocco. And then speaking of Morocco though, what do you think about our majirani? Of course, TZ na Morocco. Ikasemekana pale second half Morocco walicheza mpira kwa kizungu. TZ wako wanashikanisha kitu, so what's your take on that particular game?
Majirani wajui kucheza kabumbu. Majirani wako wanajaribu lakini hawajatufikia. Na talking about that, vile tulisikia officials wetu akisema majirani wakuje tucheze hapa Kasarani, tutaenda pia tucheze Benjamin Mkapa as friendlies, tuone tuwachape huku na tuwachape huko. But again, congratulations to majirani and Uganda. As East Africa, mlicheza game fiti. Tulisonga mahali. All the three hosts tulisonga mahali. We are better than where we were before these CHAN tournaments.
And speaking of Uganda, by the way, they got eliminated. It was another 1-0 win against Senegal. So Sam, before the game, did you think Uganda walikuwa na the facilities za hold Senegal?
I didn't think so. Me from the word go, nilikuwa najua the names, the big names that come from Senegal.
Yeah, there were South African boys.
Yeah,
no, I wanna local league.
Hata kama ni wa local leagues, they are still far much better. Mimi nilikuwa najua hapo jirani Uganda anaenda kupigwa like 4 goals in the first half. Lakini yeah, they did well. They played well.
Okay, so guys, that's how things went. As it stands, tuko na 4 teams, of course, in the semi-finals that were played on 26th of August. So tell me what do you think? Una support which team do you think itabeba hiyo chan? Ama now that Harambee Stars walitolewa, we don't even follow in that particular tournament. Ama
mnasali sema kuna a shift from Harambee Stars must win to Ruto must go. What do you think? I'm sorry. Okay.
So I think what's really going to happen hapa hivi, Sudan are going to beat Madagascar. Madagascar wasn't a very good team.
Walikuwa tu wana defend.
Yeah.
Takiza Mourinho, though at some point pia Ben McCarthy alikuwa anacheza hivyo. So do you think alipata a test of his own medicine?
Yes, because the first games alikuwa anacheza defensively towards the end. Kama ile game ya Angola aliamua kupiga touches, kugusagusa mpira, akajaribu kwa Pep Guardiola pale hivyo. Na alijaribu this last game, which is something good as we prepare kwenda African Cup, but it didn't work for him. So naona Sudan wakifika pale wacheze na Morocco finally, na Morocco will have the day. That's my prediction.
Me, I'll go on with the contrary. Morocco, I think watapatana na Senegal okay, Sudan actually. So Morocco, I think the Atlas Lions watapita with the CHAN tournament. Wakule hiyo, is it $1 billion Kenya shillings?
I don't know the amount very well. Najua tu Kenya tunaenda kupata.
Acha niulize. Can I interject? Acha niulize. Unajua Gyökeres alifunga jana. You need to pick up the conversation there, by the way. Gyökeres mzee. Now you are from Kenya to UK. I'm sorry guys. Yeah. Let's go.
So guys, as tumesema, we are rooting for not rooting for Morocco, but Morocco are the favorites to win the CHAN tournament. So now moving on to the next segment, tunaruka pale England on the Premier League itself.
Yo Pedro.
So let's talk about Friday's fixture. Chelsea walipatana na West Ham pale, walikuwa away, na they managed to beat West Ham by 5-1. I'm sorry for West Ham, man, but from what I saw your game, bana, West Ham are so poor, man. I don't know what's lacking. So what was your take on the game, Sam?
So what's really happening is that West Ham, the first game walicheza the season, they were not prepared. They underestimated Sunderland. That's why walipigwa vile walipigwa. But you know, coming to the game when you wamecheza against Chelsea, Chelsea is a big team, bro. So pale vile walienda, it wasn't about West Ham being mbaya sana. Our number 10 Palmer alipata injury, alafu Estevao had to step in.
Alikuwa build up by the
yeah. Just towards the last minutes. Now unajua that attack of Estevao, João Pedro, Liam Delap, Pedro Neto, that's a crazy attack, bro. Unajua hata Pedro Neto can play number 10 very well. Ambapo that attack, it was a lethal attack. So those 5 goals, they weren't just out of nothing. Unaona tulikuwa na very many scorers, including the people who don't score like Caicedo, because the main attackers wanakimbia, giving the defenders nightmares. And we had Chelsea had a very good game. João Pedro really performed well. Mimi kama mwenye ni captain João Pedro pale Fantasy Premier League, wakina Mbwema wanioni nimewaacha.
The game too, so don't get ahead of yourself. We are still moving on to the next game weeks na pia kuna 30 game weeks, so it's too early to say. But shout out to Chelsea, man, walicheza poa. But I still believe West Ham without number 6 bado watakuwa na struggle to get the result. I think Graham Potter needs some time to fix your team. I don't know I doubt kama ata fix within the short time possible. I still feel like West Ham wata struggle to going on to into the next games. So as penye Sam amesema, EPL pale João Pedro had a goal and 2 assists. Alibag 15 points. Kama ulikuwa na yeye, I think by now unasikia poa. Mimi sikuwa na yeye, nilikuwa na Jared Bowen. I feel like my guy is in the wrong team. So as it stands, meantime, I'm pick a transfer. Niende maybe João Pedro.
Yeah, and those guys who are Gyökeres.
So moving on to that was on Friday. So on Saturday, ali kick off ilikuwa City against Spurs pale Etihad. So Sam, what's your take on that particular game?
I was happy because you know, being a Chelsea fan, the team that we compete a lot with is Man City, and I was happy with the result. As we always know, Tottenham were in a chapa City most of the time, and kulingana the way the game was, Johnson was playing a very good game despite getting that yellow card. Johnson was just spectacular in that game. Richarlison alikuwa anavuta all the defenders by him. Pale hivyo though Kudus played well. Hakucheza kama the first game, but his performance was
his work rate is something to note. The way he defends, the way ana bully ma defender, the way ana make runs zake, he's a good player.
Yeah.
So hapo Thomas Frank alipiga signing fit and I'm happy for Spurs.
Yeah, these guys were doing so well to a level that unapata Haaland amekuja kwa goal yao, amekuja clear ball. Haaland coming to clear the ball. He doesn't have time to go score on the other side. So I think Tottenham really played well. And kama kawaida, we are happy. Sisi watu wenye atuku captain Haaland, we are so happy that he didn't score. And in the Fantasy Premier League, inabidi all our enemies are suffering, bro.
So let's talk about Man City, maze. Hapo mbele up front walianza na Mamush, Cheki in the hall, Oscar Bob, of course, na Haaland. So what do you think about City's performance now that Tijani Reinders had a very good game week 1? Wasa wengi wakamkimbilia almost okay, a million plus managers pale FPL and transfer in, but unfortunately he had a blank, he didn't deliver the goods. So Sam, what do you think about Reinders' performance? So, is it because alikuwa anacheza deep sana ama what happened?
Yeah, I think that's the thing. Reinders alikuwa anacheza a bit too deep, and it was hindering his performance. But at the same time, pale the mid, Tottenham wali take over the mid completely. So the fact that wali take over the mid, walikuwa able to control mpira. Waki lose when they are trying to attack, alafu they lose the ball. Midfield ilikuwa inawalemea. So City wasn't very good kwa hiyo midfield. Na unaona hadi towards the end wakati walileta the likes of Foden coming back, they really tried hizo last minutes wakati wakina Foden walikuja, but their mid wasn't good.
Okay, let's talk about Cheki's performance. I think he had a stinker because he was nowhere to be seen. Now, what do you think? Tulimcheki ama tukumcheki?
No. Cheki at mimi sikucheki. He was just alikuwa na black and white, alikuwa tu anaonekana akipotea. Tukitaka kumuona vizuri anapotea, so he wasn't at his best.
Yeah, but so okay, shout out to Oscar Bob. He had a good game. Things just didn't work out for City. But James Trafford, man, what happened? Hizo blunders zake, was he having a bad day or what has happened?
I don't know what happened because Ederson unakumbuka mpaka kamera pale ilionyesha Ederson akiwa uko kando akiona whatever was
happening. In fact, Foden alikuwa anacheka venye hiyo boya kwanza ilivyoja alifanya hiyo error. Don't know what was going through his mind at that particular time.
This guy, I think Trafford, I've seen Trafford playing before. This was one of the worst games that Trafford had ever performed.
So
kama Sazile, the guy aliekelea Kudus goti kwa kifua.
Yeah, that was a clear foul.
He was supposed to get a red card over there.
PGM Moelo umeanza story zenu. I hope msianze hizo story. That was a clear foul on Kudus.
He's so lucky that he remained in the field, and I think Pep need to strategize kama Trafford ndo mwenye ata depend on.
So do you believe he deserves a start going to the next game?
No, Trafford should not start.
So guys, tell me what you think about comment section whether Trafford deserves another chance ama Ederson mzee mzima arudi kwa between the sticks. So now moving on to the next game, Aston Villa walikuwa na travel to the GTEC Community Stadium which is against Brentford. Na the game ilisha 1-0 with Dango Ouattara scoring the only goal of the game. Grant Keith Andrews his first win of the season. So Sam, what's your take on that particular game?
Talking about Dango Ouattara, last season I had him in my FPL. The guy performed well. Dango was exceptional in that game. Hata ukiangalia statistics za that game that played, yendo alikuwa na the most one of the most defensive contributions.
Defcon zote yendo alikula.
He beat the most
plus bonus points, then of course the winning goal.
Yeah, the guy was just exceptional, and I think wakati wenye who was this guy waliuza? Is it
Clive? Okay, there's not Clive.
After kuachilia this guy after kuachilia their main striker ambapo ikabidi Dango
Solanke.
Yes. Yeah. After kuachilia Solanke going to Tottenham, they wakachukua Dango ame step into the shoes very well. The fact that amekuwa akicheza in the Premier League imefanya he performed very well. And so sorry for Aston Villa, you know, Watkins was nowhere to be seen.
Yeah,
Rogers was trying, but Watkins was nowhere.
Yeah, once again nilikuwa na only Watkins. So guys, currently I'm having a very rough game week 2. Nilikuwa na only Watkins lakini bado waka blank. But I think Aston Villa were so poor. See, walianza slow, but then they failed to pick up from there.
Quality's nightmare, bro. You're a nightmare.
So, but once again, I'm happy for Keith Andrews. Game yake ya kwanza as the new manager of Brentford, alimanage ku win narrowly 1-0. Okay, moving on to the next game. Tulikuwa na Bournemouth against Wolves. Once again, Bournemouth wali bounce back after a big beaten 4-2 by Liverpool on the opening weekend. Wakashinda 1-0 against Wolves. So, what's your take on that particular one?
That game ilikuwa a bit more balanced, and both teams played according to levels zao zenye wao wana play. So I didn't see a player who was exceptional in that game.
Semenyo with another assist once again.
Yeah, Semenyo getting that assist. Yes, but he didn't play to his level, given that kulikuwa na red card. Yeah. That guy had a red card. Yeah. I expected Semenyo to score like 3-4 goals. Yeah. So he didn't perform like the stellar performance he gave the last game week. Yeah. He performed averagely. Yeah. So both teams performed averagely, but given that Wolves had a red card and they really survived with that one goal up to the end, means that they did well defensively.
Walifanya poa waka defend all to the end. Okay, that particular game also marked the return of Justin Kluivert. So pale FPL, you all know what that guy can do. Na pia ni penalty take up Bournemouth. So just be on the lookout for his performances moving on into this season.
Yeah, ni kumngojea kwanza. I won't buy him first. Nitangoja kuona his performance within the next couple of weeks. Wakati atakuwa fit, anacheza 90 at least 2-3 times, I see his performance. Yeah. That's when I might consider taking him.
Yeah, need to wacha tu wale venye performance za Bournemouth zitakuwa, but right now na consider Semenyo pale na pia the new left back on the side, Adrian Truffert. So I'm just waiting nione Bournemouth perform moving on to the next game. So okay, moving to the next fixture. Burnley walikuwa wanacheza na Sunderland. As you all know, these two teams are newly promoted this season. Walikuwa wamezoea kwa championship. So Sam, what's your take on that particular game?
I loved it. You know, in my team, basically, starting with my team, FPL, you know, I've got Dubravka, yeah? Dubravka was my main skipper pale hivyo, goalkeeper ambapo
nilikuwa naye bench manze.
Yeah, Dubravka alinipea all my 6 points. I really enjoyed it. And yeah, given that there are teams that just came, both of them just came from the championships, walikuwa wamezoeana huko, walikuwa wanachapana huko, wakakuja huku hivi kuendelea na the same kind of game, but yeah, Burnley played a very good game, especially defensively. Yeah. They really played well.
Yeah. And speaking of defensively, nilikuwa na Maxime Steve pale FPL. So akanipatia 6 points. Dubravka naye nilikuwa naye bench, so unfortunately sipati kuza Dubravka. But I'm hoping for Dean Henderson clean sheet. You know, napatana Nottingham Forest later on. So that was that. So moving on to the big game of the day, ilikuwa Arsenal walikuwa pale Emirates Stadium against Leeds United. Na before the game wali unveiled their new signing pale Brechi Eze. So hapo hivyo walifanya kazi poa. As you all know, Eze was supposed to go na Tottenham, but Tote wanafu understand their position pale kwa food chain. Arsenal managed to hijack that move, then he was unveiled on that particular game. Na Arsenal walianza campaign strongly, wakapiga Leeds 5-0. So Sam, what's your take?
First take, congratulations to Eze for joining a big team. Ambapo hapo penye alienda, from the word go wakati alikuwa hapo na Olise wakicheza pamoja. Actually I was a fan of Eze more than Olise. Olise alipata the green pastures earlier.
What about Zaha?
Zaha wacha tulie, unajua alikuwa kwa big team United akashuka. Yeah. Sababu alishuka hivyo in the Premier League. Ukishuka in the Premier League inafaa unaenda another league like Germany or something. Yeah. Not playing the Premier League. Ukishuka kupanda ni ngumu. Ambapo vile Eze amepata a team like Arsenal, he is going to perform, potential yake itaonekana vizuri because akona good people that are feeding him, one of the best defenders wakina Gabriel wako pale. So amefika.
So what do you think about Arsenal's performance, man? Let's talk about Julian Timber, man.
Hey, Julian Timber.
Guy had 2 goals and an assist, which is very rare to happen.
a defender 2 goals
and 1 assist.
An assist, alafu
Na
wale
3 bonus points
for the FPL.
Yeah, for the FPL guys, Timber kama ulikuwa naye kwa kikosi alikupatia 24 points man.
Like when I saw the Premier League walikuwa nasema that's the 3rd best performance by a defender.
It's been a while tangu zile enzi za kina John Anrisa ule Liverpool, na hiyo ni way back in the day.
Yeah, that was some crazy performance, bro. For those though most people have Gabriel Magalhaes, people didn't have Julian Timber. Yeah. I know the coming game week people are really going to buy him and I wish him all the best, though he might not perform in the same way. So, but it was a good performance by him.
Yeah, okay, let's talk about the man of the moment, man like Victor Gyökeres. The guy managed to score 2 goals. Okay, what's your take on Gyökeres' performance?
Gyökeres' performance, I'll just say he tried. He played well. He's still getting used to the Premier League. Hiyo first goal yake, I loved it. Vile jamaa alikuwa na cut in akaweka near post. Those guys never expected that. That was a good game. He was clinical in that finishing. Yeah. Alafu, of course, the second game, the second goal was a penalty by that being fouled up with your box. So it was a penalty ambapo I wouldn't credit him so much on the second goal because kama Saka angekuwa amepata injury, Saka would have taken that penalty, but Gyökeres played well.
So okay, as the game progressed, Odegaard na Saka waliumia. Do you think hizo injuries zita impact the next game now that wanapata na Liverpool pale Anfield?
Yes they will because kama vile Odegaard ametoka, I don't know who's going to step in for them.
Nwaneri though aliingia kacheza poa pia. But I still believe they weren't very serious injuries. Ama, what do you think about those particular injuries? Zilikuwa serious ama ilikuwa just precautionary now that wako na Liverpool at Anfield?
A bit too early to know, but what I know is that Saka, tumezoea Saka limbs akicheza. Ukiona Saka amepata injury akatoka nje, that was significant kwa sababu the Saka we know angeendelea kucheza.
Yeah.
So looks like he might miss a few matches, but let's wait and see what the medics are going to say about it.
Again, shout out to Max Dormans. Alitoka bench na as usual kama mko kimwatch pale pre-season, the guy came on na he won that particular penalty yenye Victor Gyökeres ali put in the back of the net. Na the guy is only 15 years old. In fact ana hakuwa FPL, ilibidi FPL wameingiza kwa database. Ilibidi update now that inakaa atakuwa anapata some.
Unamweka game next?
No, not yet.
Ndio shida moja kwa mtu mwenyewe. Anyway, let's go.
Yeah, anyway, so that's basically what happened yesterday. To review the Premier League fixtures. So I think we'll wrap up from that particular point. Any parting shot, Bishop Sam?
Parting shot ni Kenyans. Kwanza kulingana na performance yenye tumekuwa nayo. Mbele tuko na African Cup of Nations coming next year, so we need to see how to go about it. Tuzidi kuwa mafans wa football.
Tuko na order maze.
Yeah, Premier League inakuja kuendelea, the Kenyan Premier League, to watch games zetu vile tulikuwa tujaze study in the very same way.
But speaking of Kenya, tuko na game na Gambia. Just
yeah,
around September hapo kianza.
Yes, ambapo pia hiyo game tujaze study to grow culture, to let's support our own so that wakati hiyo African Cup inakuja tena we do the same kind of performance. Turn up here the 12th man imesaidia sana wa team, apart from the promises of incentives and bonuses from the government.
Yeah.
The 12th man showing up imesaidia sana wa team, so tuendelee with that culture, let's keep growing.
Yeah.
And for those who play in the Fantasy Premier League, weka ya Pedro akwe your captain and don't change until the season ends, okay?
Itakuharibia.
Cheers.
Okay, let's keep the fire burning. I've been the host today, Mbwemo pale, and we out. Make sure we run numbers pale, like, subscribe, do everything pale on our socials, man. And we out. Peace
out.